Hello friends, in this class we are discussing about a very interesting topic, that is trigonometry ratio. But before starting that trigonometry ratio term, we have to first of all discuss about the term trigonometry. So the trigonometry basically comprises of three words, that is tri, gono and metric. In a Greek, the term trigonometry is defined in three manner way. One, that tri stand for three, gono stand for sides and metric stand for measure. So here we have to analyze that we have discussing about a system which contain of three sides measurement is there. So in our geometry, the three side measurement are conducted in a triangle. So it is very clear from this that the trigonometry ratio and the trigonometry is dealing with a triangle. So but one thing is keep in our mind in regarding the trigonometry, that during the trigonometry study we have to consider a right angle triangle. It means that there is one angle which is always 90 degree in a triangle. Okay, now the second thing is that the trigonometry is also a branch of mathematics which show a relationship between the angles and the sides of a triangle. It means that the trigonometry ratio is dealing the relationship between the all the three angles as well as all the three sides of a triangle, and it is one of the important factor in mathematics. Okay, now the next thing is that we are discussing a right angle triangle. So one angle is 90 degrees, so other two angle, it should be an acute angle and their sum is equal to 90 degree, because we already know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, and in that case if one angle is 90 degree, then other two angles sum is equal to 90 degree. Now we are discussing about the trigonometry ratio. There are 6 types of trigonometry ratio. 3 are primary and the 3 are secondary. Why I called it primary and why I called it secondary? So the primary means that it originally from the triangle, and the secondary means that it originates from the primary. So first of all, for discussing that, we have to generate a right angle triangle in this manner, that we have a 90 degree angle is there, A, B and C. So this is a right angle triangle having the three sides AB, AC and BC is there. This side is called perpendicular, this side is called base, and this side is called hypotenuse. As we are already discussed in the Pythagoras theorem that there are the three sides, one is perpendicular, other one is base and the third one is hypotenuse. So to study about the primary trigonometry ratio, we have a trick that is denoted by so, ka and to. In English it is written as so, ka and to, and in Hindi we are remembering in this manner that Suraj, Chand aur Tare. So in so, S stand for sine, O stand for opposite and H stand for hypotenuse. Ka, C stand for cos, A stand for adjacent and H stand for hypotenuse. In to, T stand for tangent, O stand for opposite and A stand for adjacent. So how this opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse we are considering in this triangle? So first of all we have to take a right angle triangle and we have considered an acute angle, that is theta, which is just opposite to the 90 degree. So with respect to theta we have to create an opposite and adjacent side. So when the side which are opposite to the direction of the theta is denoted as opposite side, and the side which is adjacent to the angle theta is known as adjacent side. So in this case we are dealing with this term adjacent, hypotenuse and opposite. So when we discuss about this sine, then sine theta is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse. In the same way cos theta is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse, and in the same way tan theta is equal to opposite upon adjacent. So in this way we are getting the relationship between the angle as well as the sides of a triangle. Now if we are considering in the next case that we are considering this angle, that is angle phi, and we are not considering this angle, so with respect to that phi, this side is now become an adjacent instead of opposite. This side is become an opposite instead of adjacent, and hypotenuse remain the same. So if we are writing the other trigonometry ratio with respect to angle phi, then it is denoted as sin phi, which is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos phi is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse, and tan phi is equal to opposite upon adjacent. Now the formula is remain same, but how we can differentiate it? So we are considering the value here, that this value is 5, this value is 3, and this value is 4. So when we are writing for the theta angle, then the sin theta term. So first of all, when we consider for the theta angle, then the sin theta is written in this manner, that sin theta is equal to opposite side is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5 for this theta angle. Similarly, for cos theta, the opposite adjacent sine is 4 and the hypotenuse is 5. This is adjacent for theta and this is opposite for theta. In the same way, tan theta we can write as opposite is 3 and adjacent is 4. So in this way we are getting the relationship between the angle theta and the sides. Now for a sin phi, that is for phi angle, we are getting the value of opposite. Here it is 4 because 4 is opposite to the phi. So 4 upon 5 is there. Cos phi is equal to 3 upon 5 is there, and the tan phi is equal to, that is opposite is 4 and adjacent is 3. So in this way we are getting the value with respect to the angle. So when the angle is changed, the side ratio is also changed. Okay, so we are determine the value of these two angles in a right angle triangle with the help of the sides of a triangle. Now in the next step, this is our primary trigonometry ratio. Now we are considering about the secondary trigonometry ratio. The secondary trigonometry ratio basically comprise of a stand, that is it coming from the primary trigonometry ratio. So secondary one is, first one is the cosec theta, which is equal to 1 upon sin theta. Second one is sec theta, which is equal to 1 upon cos theta, and third one is cot theta, which is equal to 1 upon tan theta. So from this we are found that the secondary trigonometry ratio we are getting from the primary trigonometry ratio. If we inverse the primary trigonometry ratio, we get the secondary trigonometry ratio. Okay, next we are just one more thing we have to discuss here, that we are generating the table which shows how the angle and how the angles in case of a sine and the cos and tan value we have. So for that we have to generate a table. So the table consists of basically a 5 section is there. This is our angle. Angle is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Because we are dealing with the acute angle, so angle should be between 0 to 90. Okay, so first of all we are taking sine, then cos, then tan. So to analyze the value of these angles, first we have to consider with this sine, and with the help of this sine values we are going to determine the value of the angle in case of cos as well as for the tan. So in case of sine, first of all we have to write 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now next step is that divide by 4 in each term. Then we have to take the under root of each term. From that we are getting the 0 upon 4 is 0 and under root of 0 is 0. 1 upon 4 is there. 1 upon 4, that under root of 1 is 1 and the under root of 4 is 2. So the value is 1 by 2. When 2 is multiplied with that, 4 is generated there. So we are getting the value of 1 upon root 2 is there. From this we are getting the root 3 by 2 is there, and 4 cancel out and root 1 is given 1 value. So sin 0 is 0, sin 30 is 1 by 2, sin 45 is 1 by root 2, sin 60 is root 3 by 2, and sin 90 is 1. Now for the, in case of cos, we are just reversing the term, which means that for the cos 0, its value is 1, for cos 30, its value is root 3 by 2, for cos 145, it is 1 upon root 2, for cos 60, it is 1 upon 2, and for cos 90, it is 0. Now we are getting the third term, that is the tan value. For the tan value, we are just doing the division of sine over cos. So when 0 upon 1 give you 0, 1 upon 2 divided by root 3 by 2, which is equal to 1 upon root 3, 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2, which is equal to 1, root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, which is equal to root 3, and 1 upon 0, which is equal to infinite, or you can say not defined. So in this way, we are getting the value of the different angles in case of sine, in case of cos, and in case of tan. And by reversing these value, or by, you can say, by reciprocal these value, we are getting the other trigonometry ratio value, that is cosec, sec, and cot. Thank you very much.